Hey everyone, this is Edwina with Elegant Creations, and I'm here to do a video for Saturday Morning Makes with Jill Norwood. And I wanted to do my little sewing machine. I have some ornaments and some treat boxes, so I'm going to try and do both. Okay, so this is my little treat box, and it opens up like this. I haven't finished it because I wanted to finish it doing the video. The die comes with a large and a small or medium. And so I did the tree box in the large, and then in the medium one, I did an ornament. And I made my own little box. And this one is a matchbook box. And then I made this little ornament, and it's just cardboard. I put three cardboards in there I cut out, and then I put two black, one in the front, one in the back. Okay, and then this little one is another die I had that I got on Amazon. Both of these I got on Amazon, and this one was a real tiny one. And I do sell a lot of tiny ornaments, so I wanted to make one with the sewing. And what I did, I'm going to show you on Amazon. Let's see if I can find my. Okay, this one here is this little sewing machine. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, and it comes with mannequin, some a hanger, some buttons, yarn, safety pins, scissors, and a little spool. Okay, and then the sewing machine. Let's see if I can find it. It's this one right here. Okay, this is what the sewing machine looks like. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this here. And it's KS Crafts. The other die, I'm not sure what it is. It's not KS Crafts. This is a KS Crafts, and it looks like that. And it's a shaker, but I didn't do the shaker. I tried, and it was just very thin. So I made them out of box. I made a box. Excuse me, I can't talk. Okay, so also what someone had asked me how I do the singer right here. So what I did was I had some stamps that I didn't use anymore. I'm going to move these out of the way. That I didn't use anymore, and I cut them. I really never used them, and so I cut each one off of it had a long wood piece, and I cut them off, and I cut the excess off, and then glued it to this little cardboard piece. So then I glued it to this. I'm going to go ahead and just keep this permanent. But you can do a clear one, just so you could see where you're stamping. But I always have to check and make sure that I have the S on the right side. And so what I do is I stamp it. I'm going to do I stamp it, and then I emboss it, and with gold embossing. And then I also have these stamps that I have. This was, you kind of have to look in your stash. This was a circle, kind of like an oval. I'm not sure exactly how it was. It kind of went like this. And so I cut that off. I'm getting the glare. And then I did one for one side and did the other one for the other side. And then I just kind of keep them on my clear blocks, and that way I always have them, they're ready. And then on this one of them, I guess you can't see it once you cover everything. So this comes with like little holes, and I just kind of did embossing on that, and I got a gold pen and did a little stitching. And then I forgot to turn my phone off. So what I'm going to do on this little tiny one, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do this one. And I put 3 layers first, and then I I do 6 all together. Okay, so I put 3 on this one, and I put 3 on this side. Okay, and then what I do is I get a gold gel pen, and I just kind of go around the little designs that's on there. You can do it with embossing, and I have a little pen, the embossing pen. It's just so tiny, so I just do it with the gold pen. So if you don't have embossing powders, then you can do that. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So I'm going to do the little one first. So what I did was I got these little Jenga blocks from Dollar Tree. And then I got a little, see if I can get my measuring tape. I didn't measure this one. A little piece of black paper, and I cut it at a little over about 3/4, about 7/8, I guess. And then I did about 1.5. And then I scored it at, I guess it's 1/8 of an inch, or 1/4 of an inch. Okay, on both sides. And so you have this little piece here. So what I did was so you glue 3 pieces together, and then you could do a glue gun. I'm just going to go ahead and do my glue gun just because it'll be faster. I'll do the one that's gold. So I just glue it to that little piece right here. Okay, and then I get the other side, and you got to make sure that it matches, and this is going to be backwards. Okay, so you're going to have the back side of it. So it's going to be like that. Then you're just going to get glue. You're going to put a little ribbon in here, or you can wrap the ribbon around to make it a hanger. That's a part that I had a really hard time with. So you can just wrap a piece of ribbon or cording on that. So you're going to mash these, put these two together. I shouldn't say mash. Glue those 2 pieces together. Sandwich, I meant to say. Okay. Okay. And then you just get glue here, and then you just glue that to your base. And what I do with my base is I just got brown. I have an old brown. You can get any type of ink that you have, and I just kind of inked it all over. And this has a little hole because I was using it for something else, but all I did was rub it with brown. Okay, and that gives it that antique color. So then what you're going to do is I have this, any type of trim that you have, and I wrapped it around, so that covers that. Okay, so that's all I did with that. Okay, and I have one already done. So then this, I did this little string here, but I kind of don't like that. I might cut it off. So I have scissors and this little spool. And what I did on all of them, I have these little like measuring tape measures. Just lost my little piece right there. And how I did that was someone had given me some cardstock, and this was in it. And so I drew lines, and then I make copies out of them. So every time I need some, I just get my scissors and cut these out. And so it leaves me these little pieces, long pieces, and then I cut them. Okay, so these came in handy. Okay, and so I just glue this to it. Just put glue on one side, on each side, and then you can glue that to your little sewing machine. And then I glue, and what I did with this is I just, instead of wrapping thread around it, I just colored it with red, a red pen. And then you just add a little dab on your scissors. I hope there's not a glare. And so that's all I did with that. And this is your little ornament. Oh, and I did put a piece of material. And so what I do with that is I have some velvet, and I have these zigzag scissors. And if you don't have any zigzag, that's okay. You just kind of cut a piece. I'll go ahead and do this in red. And then I cut in the middle, not all the way, just a little bit. And then I insert this I guess I should have put the tape over this. So I can do that. Okay, so then you glue this to the back. Can't see, I'm sorry, this room is so dark. I should have done this, I'm doing this kind of late. I'm doing this on Friday because I have something to do tomorrow. So then I'll just download it in the morning. Yeah. There. So just like that. So there's your little sewing machine, your mini sewing machine. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to do the box. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this ornament. And I have the measurements for that box. Okay, the small sewing machine is a 3.5 by 4, and then on the 4 side you score at a 1/2 inch on each side. You turn it, okay, and then you do a half, a 1.5 by 2 by 3, and that's on this side. Okay, so then you're going to cut just this little piece. Drop my scissors. Just these little tabs right here. You're going to cut them off, and you're going to cut the score lines right here. Okay, and then you're going to miter. Cut a little bit off because you're going to make a little box. And I also do this corner, okay, because these are going to fold in. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to put glue on this little piece right here. My glue is kind of runny. And you're just going to fold that in like that. Okay. And you can get a piece of wood. My husband cut me out some pieces of wood, but it's kind of thick. So I did make a little box for it to cover it because I didn't want to paint it and sand it and do the whole bit. But I think I'm just going to do these. And what I wanted to do was make sure that they're kind of heavy or where they won't bend. So I'll show you what I did, what I'm going to do. Okay, so you just kind of make like a little box. And you can kind of, okay. And then what I did, oops, guess I'll move this, okay. I measured here and the length, the width and the length, and what I did was I cut some little magnets that I had, and I'm just going to insert them in here. I did do just cardboard. It was a little light, and so I'm going to try it with these, and then I'm just kind of stick them in there, and then I cut a little piece of foam board, and it looks like it could fit another one. And the reason I do that is that way when someone puts it away, it doesn't get smashed. You know, these little pieces, because it'll just be an empty box. And then you just cover it all up. No one will know what you put inside. So anything heavy that you can find will be good. My glue is runny. Just replaced it, I guess. I don't know why it's so runny. And that's what you do on that, okay? And there's your little box, so your little pieces won't bend. Okay, you can get a block or anything you want and then just cover it. I just didn't want to sand it and paint it, and I don't sell these for that much. I think I sold them for $6 last year, 6 or 7, I don't remember. But I don't try not to put a whole lot of work into them, or a lot of materials. So the same thing I get some lace, and this one I can wrap around. So I wrap it around this way, okay? And so how I do the sewing machine, I get, let me find my sewing machines. I have them all here in the corner. Okay, so I emboss these, okay? And so I get two and put two together, and this is my back, and so I punched a hole, and you don't go quite in the middle because it tilts, so I kind of go up a little bit. Okay, so this will be your back. And what I did, and I do this for the big box also. Let me see if I find one. Okay, so I cut this off, and let me show you the die. I guess I should show the dies that I got. Okay, so this is the small one, this is the big one, and all these parts I don't use. And then this is the die for the scissors and everything. Okay, so I cut this off, and I cut this little point off right there. You can leave it on if you like, I don't. But what I do, and the reason I had this mat here, was after I put the two together, I score it here at the bottom, okay? So I can bend it right there like that. So I bend this, and I'm gonna cut this off. Okay, and then you can cut it a little shorter on this part right here because it's kind of dangle. Okay, and then so I cut about eighth of an inch off, or maybe a quarter of an inch, just like that. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is this is my front. I haven't put this piece on yet because I cut this off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sandwich these two together, kind of put them inside each other like that. Okay, so when you glue it, you're going to glue those two together. Okay, you can put 3 on each side, or this one's just 2 on each side. It's really up to you how thick you want it, how sturdy. The more pieces you put, the sturdier it is. Okay, so when you do that, you're going to glue that, and I cut this off, so this is a little longer. See this piece, how long it is, and I wanted it to be as long as a little bit shorter than that. Okay, so you're going to glue this down. You're going to make sure that you can glue these first, and make sure that it's even when you glue that. Okay, so I'm just going to glue it with just the top. You don't glue in the middle and the ends. You just do the ends like that. Okay. Forgot my wipes. It's coming out. Okay, I probably should put glue right on the string, right where the string is. Okay, so this is not going to lean all the way, just at the top. Okay, so then you do that. Okay, and then just squeeze all this down. Make sure that it's even at the top and on the sides, and then you'll glue this to the bottom. Okay, I like to glue this first, and then you can put clips just to hold everything. Okay, I'm just kind of doing this kind of fast, and you're going to glue that down, and there's your sewing machine. Okay, and then I cut this off the bottom, so I'm going to glue that to that right there. Okay, and you're going to make sure that's even, and there's your sewing machine. That's it. And so then you just decorate it, and I put my trim around here, and you have your string. Okay, so I went ahead and just started this one, and I just have my little scissors, and what I do when I cut my scissors, I cut 2 pieces. Oops. I don't know if I have another piece here. And I also cut a the spool, and then I put ink on this. So what I'm going to do is put my little measuring, and I put a bow and a flower, and then you can put like any type of oops, I want to put that on here because I had glue on there, so I wanted to cover that. Okay, where I glued my thread, so I wrap my thread around it. So I put a little glue here and I wrap it around and then go all the way around here. And if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. And then I'm going to just put my little spool here. And then I'm going to just put my scissors just right at the end, just like that. I think I'm missing a pair of scissors. And that's it. And so I just put a bow with a flower and then a little sign. And there's your little ornament, okay? And I did similar on this one. I just put 3 cardboards and then I just put a little sign and did the scissors, and you can put buttons in the material. And I did the same thing. I cut the material and then I slit in the middle and slipped it through this little part right here. And then this is where I glued this down to the material. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how I do the box. Okay, it's a matchbox. I'll take this off. And you're going to have, okay, for the large, okay, you're going to have an 8 by 5 1/4. And then you, on the same piece of paper, I use an 8.5 by 11. I can also get the top part, which is 5 1/2 by 4. Okay, and then you're gonna score it at 1 and then 2, and then you're gonna turn it 1 and then 2, and you're gonna do the same thing on the side, the other side, 1 and 2, turn it 1 and 2. Okay, it's gonna look like this. So you're gonna cut it on the short side, I guess it is, or the long side. So you're gonna cut all the way to the second line. Okay, to this line here. Here is your bottom, and I'll show you what I do there. Okay, so you can use tape or you can use glue, whichever one you want. And you're going to put glue on top on this part right here. Okay, and you're going to fold this in. No, sorry, I did that wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, you're going to put, so I haven't done these in a while. You're going to put glue on this side, and you're going to glue them down. And I did punch 2 holes so I can do my little ribbon there first. Okay, so then you're going to sandwich that down. I'm sorry, you can put it all the way around too. I didn't. Okay, you are going to have to put glue there, but not yet. Okay, then you're going to miter it, just kind of angle it a little bit so it folds. I didn't do that one. Okay. Okay, so you can put a little bit more glue. I do have a video how I show how to do this. One of my first videos that I've ever done. So it'll kind of show you a little step by step. I don't know if I have the instructions. It was for my class. So you're going to fold these in like this. Okay. And then you're going to put glue on here. And then you're going to, oops, let me put this out of the way. And you're going to bring that in, just like that. Okay. And you might want to cut just a little bit off of there right here, so just so when it folds in, and put a little bit more glue. Okay, so this is your bottom box. This lace tablecloth kind of holds everything. And so you can put clips if you want to, just to hold it. So this is where my little handle is, right here. Okay. Okay, just like that. And then you're going to have this little box. And on this little short side, you're going to put glue. going to bring that in like that. I'm going to fold that in like that. This is going to be your top. Okay. And it should, if we do the measurements, if I did the measurements right and gave them to you, it should fit. And then this goes in like that. Just like that. Okay. Then I think I forgot my brown piece that I cut out. Then I'm going to put a brown piece here. I kind of measured this and put a little brown piece just like this down the bottom. Okay. And then this is the same thing, okay, as this little ornament here. Let me get all my stuff. Where did I do that? On this one, you don't have to cut. So I did 2 pieces. I did this one and this one. I sandwiched that. And then I cut this off and I score it here and bend it out like this. Okay, so you're going to sandwich that together like that. And then you're going to bring the other side also. Going to bend it a little bit. And then you're going to put that inside each other. Okay. And on the ones I used to do last year, I put them here on the side. And then I put the other side like this. So both of these, I just did the top. Okay. And so you can do it either way. But I decided this year I was going to do it this way because I wanted the needles to be together. And this is okay to keep separate, but I decided to put this on the top instead of back here on the sides. And then you just decorate it. And so what I did was I have all my stuff here. Move all this stuff out of the way. So I had kind of played around with it and tried to write a singer on there myself, and then I just did the stamp. It was so much easier. But I think it looks prettier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bow here, and you can put a flower. And so here I cut my material. It's velvet. I've got a lot of little pieces. And so I just kind of put glue. So where I split it, I just kind of push this through to the back and put this at an angle. I guess I should put this back in so it stays sturdy. There you go. And then I just put glue everything down. And then I just made a little sign. So I'm going to put that right there. And I did put a dimensional on it. And then I have buttons. I have this spool from Tim Holtz from the dress. I guess it's a mannequin. And it was from that. So I just wrapped thread around it. And then I'm going to put that here, I think. Okay. And then you have your scissors. And they all come out different. I do them all different ways. Just kind of put them wherever you want. And then you can put buttons like here on top. I cut all different colors of buttons. I did this for my class, so I have blues and greens and whatever color. Okay, let's see, I have a brown. And you can do it with a glue gun too. Okay. So there. Oops. I should have done that with a glue gun. Oops, won't stay. Okay. Guess I'll put it with the glue gun. Not since I have glue on there. Don't want to cover my little spool, so just like similar to that. And then I just put a flower, and you also can put forgot this. And what I do is I brown this also. I use my ink, which I can't find now. And I kind of go antique it a little bit. Okay. And then you can put that on the bottom, or you could put this on the top. I usually like to put this first, but I forgot. I'll probably go it like that. Similar, I'm not sure. Okay, or you can just put this kind of going down. I think that's what I'll do. So when I do my thread, I can cover that with that. I'll just redo that. Okay. And that's it. And then I just get my thread. I didn't bring my pink. And I'll do it with red for now. So what I do is I put a dab of glue in the back. And then just keep wrapping. I can't see, so I'm probably doing it wrong. And then I wrap it around this piece right here, and then bring it down. Okay? And that way it looks like thread. This one gets kind of weak, so sometimes I think on some of them I took them off because I kept breaking. So you can do that for my treat boxes, but for the ornaments, they were fine. Okay, and so that's it for my tutorial today. And let me see if I find all my stuff. And I hope you guys try the little sewing machines. They're not that hard, but they're really cute. And I sold, I don't even remember how many I made, 12 or 13, and I sold them all, and the ornaments the same. And this little ones, I think I only had 2 left. I made quite a bit of these also. This is the first year I'm going to do this one. But there's a lot of people out there that sew, and just to give them a nice little gift. And you put candy or notions in this, okay? So everyone have a good day, and thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry I'm a little rushed. I try to get a whole lot into something in a small amount of time. So please bear with me. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.